everyone, I'm Amanda from Classy Squid Fiber Company, and I'm here with a quick video to show you silk hankies, what they are and how to use them. So this is a big stack of silk hankies that I've dyed. They're great for dyeing because they soak up color in just these brilliant, incredible shades, which is really a lot of fun. So what is a silk hanky? So these, you'll see it's kind of a square shape, and they're made in stacks. And the way that they're created is that individual silk cocoons are broken up and stretched out on a frame and then layered on top of each other to create these stacks. And so if you want to use silk hankies, and there's a number of different things we can do with them, the first thing you want to do is separate out an individual hanky from the stack. So this actually contains, I don't know, maybe 20 different cocoons in it, even though it's a little bit thin. So what you want to do is look at the edge, and it kind of looks, get a little closer there, but it kind of looks a little bit like ribbons at the edge. And you want to just pull at those until you can find a layer that seems like it's going to separate easily. So here now I've got one that's actually peeling off. And so you would just pull and keep pulling and keep pulling. You may have some long threads here. They're actually still attached, so I'm going to keep pulling here. And one thing to be careful of with silk hankies is that the fibers are very, very, very fine, and as such they tend to get stuck on any little bits of dry skin you might have, or hangnails, or on your sleeves. So you want to just be really aware of your surroundings. And you may need to condition your hands, or use an exfoliator or something to try to get them a little smoother, so that the hankies behave when you work with them. So now we've got this one hanky separated, and we can kind of straighten it back out so that you can see the square. So you can see we've got this progression from blue to purple to black here. And there are a couple ways that we can proceed next. So our next goal is to draft this out into a thin enough piece that we can do something with it. There are multiple ways that you can handle the color. One is that you can poke a hole in the center and then stick your hands inside and just kind of pull all the way out until you get a very long, thin strand, and then you make a break in one spot and use it that way. For the project I'm currently doing, I actually want the color to blend a little bit diagonally, so I'm going to pull from top to bottom and start drafting out this way. And so I like to kind of give it a tug and get it started drafting, and this will make a pretty thick, almost roving type material. And now we just want to start at one end and draft it out to whatever diameter we want it to be for the final product, for how we're going to work with it. If we're spinning, we want to draft it down to really as fine as you want your resulting thread to be. Once you get to the wheel, because this fiber is so strong and so long, it becomes really difficult to draft while you're at your wheel or spindle. So you really want to take the time to do all of that drafting now. And then once you get to the wheel, it's really just a matter of adding twist. Other things you can do with this is that you can knit straight from this that you've pulled apart. You can see I can do a tug here, and if I had a better microphone you could hear that it actually makes almost like a little pop sound. It's quite strong, and so you can knit straight from that without even spinning it. And the resulting fabric you'll get, this is a hanky that I pulled apart earlier, and you can see how kind of light and floaty and airy this is. It's incredibly soft. This is pure silk, so it makes, from what I've read, I haven't actually tried this yet, but what I've read is that it makes a really dreamy fabric. It's just incredibly shiny, full of drape and nice texture, very light, and a single hanky will go pretty far. So like I said, this is just one hanky, which weighs barely anything, and I've got lots of yards of this. So, coming back here, we would just keep doing this drafting until we reach the very end, and then use it in our projects. For what I'm doing currently, I'm actually using this as a carry-along racing stripe next to some comb top. And even though this isn't spun, it still works for that application because it's strong, it's not going to come apart, and it wraps around the strands in an interesting way. So they're a lot of fun to play with, easy to get started, and you can do a lot of things with them. And so I hope this was helpful, and that you'll give silk hankies a try, and I would love to see what you make. And here's just another view of a pile that have been separated out, and you can see how fluffy and lovely they are. And they really are a lot of fun, and it's always great to try something new. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you all later.